Ladies, please, please, please listen to older women. We're trying to tell you the truth so that you can have a life that we never had, so that you don't make the mistakes that we made, so that you don't end up at 40 years old starting your life all over again because nobody told you the truth. It's not a flex to get married and have children. The patriarchy wants to congratulate you and tell you this is the most special day of your life because they got you. They brainwashed you. Now you're laying next to a man in his bed every single night, giving him access to your body and free labor for the rest of your life. Congratulations on getting scammed. And I'm not just exaggerating. Listen to all the women in the comment sections of these kinds of videos, and the truth is right in your face. The flex is getting educated. The flex is getting your own money and your own business. The flex is empowering yourself to make logical and good choices on who you surround yourself and what you do with your time. There's no greater waste of time than a man. Last night I was up in my bed thinking about how to make great content, how I could monetize this, now I could make money doing that. And then my mind wandered to spirituality and consciousness and how my mind interacts with my world and how my life changed when I started to deeply work on myself. When I turned away from everyone else who was trying to use me and grab my time and resources. You must be selfish. You must be selfish because you have nothing to give otherwise to this world. You must be selfish because you will have nothing to give to your child. You can do it the hard way, but that's not going to be easy. My advice to you is to be like a man. You see, they tell men a very different story. They say, get your money, get your career going, and then get married and have a family. But to women, they say, get married and have a family. They want you always in a less power position than a man. Because a man has a real big problem. He realizes that we do have a lot of power because we're very desirable and valuable to our world. So they need you in a less power position so that you can depend on them. The dependency system works all over the world in many different ways. Citizens depend upon their governments, students depend upon their teachers. Even a workout coach said they just need their clients to depend on them so that they can make money. The true leader and teacher is the one who empowers those to fish for themselves, who says you can be independent and sovereign. Please get your independence first. Have your own money, your own shelter, your own career, and your own mind. It's a much different viewpoint when you have your own money, and when a man approaches you, you're not assessing him for survival. You're not assessing him in that way at all because you can stand on your own. Shira 7 has greatly impacted me and woken me up in many different ways. But the one way that I disagree with her is that she tells young women to find a relationship with a man who's wealthy. She's very correct that you should be emotionally detached, but still, never waste your time, your young years, investing in a man. Even if he's wealthy, even if he's paying all your bills, how much time are you spending with him? That's time you could be spending in college or building your own career. Be selfish with your time. And if a man can't respect that, he doesn't respect you. He doesn't like you. He doesn't value you. You don't need him. Don't lay up in bed all night worrying if a man is cheating on you. What a waste of time. What a waste of your talents. If a man ever has you wondering, you're acting like a woman and you need to act like a man. A man stays up at night thinking about his money and how he's going to advance in life. And then when a woman walks by, he uses her to please himself and then discards her. Women don't understand why men are so emotionally unattached. Because they're empowered. Because they have their money, they take care of themselves, and they don't rely on other people. But women are taught to desperately rely on everyone around them for their emotional support, for their financial support, and we never are taught our young women to stand on your own 2 feet at all times. Even if you do choose to get married, stand on your own 2 feet. A man literally is your sexual partner. He's your lover. That's it. And most of the time, they're not even good at that. And I would ask you to be extremely selfish with a man who doesn't treat you right inside the bedroom. If he doesn't treat you right, he doesn't care about you. He doesn't love you. He's just using you. We have an advantage that they don't. We are always sexually desirable. So when you see a man who you actually are sexually attracted to, then you can have fun with him and discard him and say bye-bye and then go work on your money. I'm not joking. It's freeing. After I got divorced, I said I don't want a relationship. That word is like so boring to me. I wanted to flirt, have fun with men, and then tell them to leave. And then I could have my time to work on my business and other things. That's how a man sees women, and that's how a man does life. It's freeing and empowering. And many of us who have had sexual relationships with men, we kind of regret most of all of those. They were boring, lackluster, and then they damaged our body and our health. One lady's had a constant yeast infection for years since she's been married. Many women realize it just messes up your pH balance, and most of these men complain when they have to wear protection. If a man complains when you ask him to wear protection, he doesn't care about you. He's trying to use you for his pleasure. Always wear protection. And always make sure you're with a man who is very kind and very gentle to you and not aggressive at all. Not rude to you at all. And if you check his ass, he takes a step back. He doesn't double down. He doesn't defend. He realizes that he needs to be kind and a gentle man with you at all times. It's not all it's cracked up to be. And if a lot of us had it to go backwards, we'd probably all have our V card. I'm not even lying. There was one or two situations where I don't regret it, but most of the times it was like blah, and then on top of that, pH balance messed up, no thank you. What a waste. And then on top of all of that, the risk of having a baby or having to worry about now getting abortion, which some women don't even have access to. Not worth it. But what men don't want you to know is they need constant access to that. Women, not so much. Especially when you've been disappointed over and over again. We could just do without it altogether. But men need constant access to that. It's something they need. Money, food, shelter, resources, and Bex. We don't really need it. So they've devised a scam called marriage so that you sleep right next to them every night. You don't see that scam? You think that's normal? You think that's what everybody did throughout centuries? Men got kind of crazy. Men weren't getting access to women. Men went to war and plumaged and did horrible things to get access to women. So they devised marriage in order for men to have an outlet. You're the thing they use. And then they came up with the idea of, hey, yeah, stay in the house and clean it for free. Your aunties and grandmas will never tell you this because they were patted on their head their entire life, everybody telling them they were good little women because they got married and had kids. They were sacrificed. They stayed small. They were kind and sweet. And little do these men know, but they will know in their next life that that's the only thing we could do. Because when you put yourself in a less power position than a man, you're going to have to stay small your entire life. It's time to empower yourself, stand on your own 2 feet, recognize your value in the world, and do whatever the fuck you want like a man does. I hope that you get a taste of this freedom, this independence, this true sovereignty, to never rely on a man or anybody for your resources. To be able to make your own money, to have your own mind and independent thinking. And I'm so proud of the young women who are listening to older women right now, because you're thinking clearly, much clearer than we did. All the messages around us were brainwashing. Say yes to the dress, get married, be a bridesmaid. You don't want to be a bridesmaid forever. When are you going to have a baby? We're trying not to push that onto you because you have so much talent and values that the world desperately needs. We don't need more babies. We need more real value. We need you to consciously take a hold of your life to find out what you really are. Until then, you're just a pawn that the Matrix can use. And something will always feel deeply wrong about that. Find out what true power feels like.
Some hard truths from a 53-year-old. People who are not treating you well are not going to treat you any better if you work harder. There is never, ever a perfect time to do the thing that you want to do because we are not going to live forever. Your body is definitely going to repay you for how you treat it when you're young. Please stop hiding your age because we're all really lucky to be getting older. Nothing is as important as any of us are making it, so stop making big issues over small things. When you have conflict with someone, 9 times out of 10, that person's already told you who they are. People you're surrounding yourself with will always impact how you're showing up in the world.
I'm in my 80s and I'm going to tell you some hard truths. Number 1, don't waste time feeling sorry for yourself. People move on, and so should you. Number 2, you always have to welcome new challenges. If you're not willing to take risks, then you'll never succeed. Number 3, stay happy.
I'm happy now.
Even if it doesn't feel like it, talk yourself into it. Just keep saying, I'm having a great time and I'm happy. Stop wasting energy on things that you cannot control.
It doesn't matter.
Number 4, always seek knowledge. It's your most powerful weapon. And lastly, always invest in yourself. Always invest in your dreams and your projects and things that are important to you.
I'm 55, and if you're younger than me and I could sit you down for an hour, here's exactly the advice I'd give you. Pay attention to how people act when you inconvenience them. Learn how to leave the grocery store without emotional support snacks. Don't keep choosing potential over patterns. Patterns are the truth. A full cart at Target will not fix a hard week. Learn how to calm yourself down before you hand somebody else that job. The gym fixes more than your body. Don't let convenience quietly ruin your health. Some people miss you because you were useful, not because you were loved. Stop treating sleep like it's optional. Be careful who you vent to when your life is falling apart. Everybody is not praying for you. You can miss somebody and still know your life is better without them in it. Every late fee started with, "I'll do it tomorrow." Don't let chemistry talk you out of common sense. A lot of anxiety comes from avoiding small things for too long. Build a private life that feels good, not just a public life that looks good. You're not bad with money. You just keep using money to recover from your life. Stop waiting for a breakdown to start taking care of yourself. Your body can tell when you hate your life. And your future is being built by what you repeat, not what you want. Hope that helps. I promise you, nobody asked me, but sometimes I feel like it's my duty at age 54 to share all of the things that nobody ever said to me. So if you're younger than me, please pay attention. You're not failing because you don't know what to do. You're failing because you won't do it. You're losing sleep over people or a job that wouldn't even blink if you disappeared tomorrow. Stop blaming the economy when really it's your Amazon cart. That's the real problem. If they gossip with you, they most definitely are gossiping about you. Stop expecting loyalty from people who can't be honest with themselves. Most people are not broke, they're just bad at setting priorities. Because a $5 coffee habit is not going to ruin you. But ignoring your financial future absolutely will. Nothing in your life is going to change until you're more uncomfortable than staying the same. You can't manifest success while avoiding the effort. You have to put in the work. You'll never feel ready, so start anyway. And just know that not everyone clapping for you wants you to win. If they only call when they need something, that's not a friendship.
Never kill your dreams out of fear of judgment. People will talk for 2 days and move on, but your life will remain on hold if you let them.
That's a transaction. If you keep financing your life, you'll never own it. Blood does not make them loyal, and history does not make them a true friend. Your potential means nothing if you never act on it. So if you're waiting for a sign, here it is. Stop waiting. Hope that helps.
Mindless spending and useless subscriptions destroy your financial future. Master your budget and make monthly saving a non-negotiable habit.
So I don't know who needs to hear this, but I'm 63 years old. And if nobody told you today, I've lived through enough life to hand you a few truths. Take the photo. You'll want it later. You'll forget what your smile looked like if you don't. Stop skipping the trip. The money will come back, but the time won't. Wear the dang tank top. If someone's staring at your arms, that's their hobby, not your problem. Say what you mean. The people who get you won't need it sugar-coated. Let people help you. Strength isn't suffering in silence. If it feels off, it is. Your gut is wiser than your excuses. Don't wait for perfect timing. It's already late. You don't owe anyone an explanation for choosing peace. Love deeply, but not blindly. You can have a soft heart and sharp boundaries. Forgive yourself for the years you played small. You didn't know better, but now you do. If you're not sure if it's love, it's probably not. No one's thinking about your flaws as much as you are. You are not too old. You're just getting started. So you can outgrow people without hating them. Let it be gentle. Start the thing. You'll be glad you did, or you'll have a great story. So don't wait 63 years to learn what I just told you. You can't rewind, babe, but you can show up different from here on out. And I swear, Life gets better when you quit asking permission to enjoy it.
I would like to share with you the biggest mistakes I made in my life in hopes that you can avoid them. I'm 82, and the advice I would give to my granddaughter, my daughter, or anybody else who's in a relationship that you feel is floundering and that you would really like to save. It is never the big moments that save a relationship. It's the tiny daily choices that we make. I have been divorced 4 times. Nothing I'm proud of, but please don't judge me. I have earned a PhD in human connection and disconnection the hard way, and the emotional tuition was very high. But here is what all of those relationships taught me. The thing that kills marriages, or any relationship for that matter, is not naming it. Putting your head in the sand and thinking to yourself, it'll pass. Oh, this is really not that important. And then there's a series of those things, and pretty soon it builds and it builds and it builds, and you create this story in your head about how this isn't the right relationship, you shouldn't have married in the first place, this is going nowhere, actually you don't even like each other anymore. But it really isn't conflict that is the problem. It's disconnection. 2 people slowly drifting apart, living together, but not feeling together. And the one thing that could save those relationships, if that's what you really want to do, is to repair faster than you disconnect. It's really that simple. See the rupture, speak of it, and do this sooner than later in the relationship, before the story you're making up in your mind about how you never should have married him in the first place. How could you have been so foolish? There was something very real about the love that you felt when you married, or when you decided to move in together. Try to remember that. But it's very important to name it and deal with it before the story in your head becomes the story in your heart. Say it while you can still honestly say, I love you, even though I am mildly annoyed, but not divorce level annoyed. So yeah, 4 divorces and 1 truth. Love doesn't die from a lack of perfection. It dies from a lack of connection, or a lack of reconnection. Don't wait until it becomes this big, huge thing that is now insurmountable. Nip it in the bud, and then you can get on your way to the happy marriage that you looked forward to. It's a lot easier to speak about these things than to have to deal with a breakup and a broken heart.
I'm 64 years old, and let me tell you some things that people usually learn way too late. Not everyone who loves you knows how to love you well. Peace is more expensive than people realize, and sometimes it costs relationships. You can waste years begging for bare minimum from people who are never going to give it. Your body changes. Your face changes. And if you're lucky enough to live a long life, you'll realize that that was never the most important thing about you anyway. Some apologies never come. Heal anyway. Staying where you are tolerated will slowly destroy you. Most people are not thinking about your flaws nearly as much as you are. Time is not guaranteed, and fear has stolen more dreams than failure ever will. Being needed is not the same thing as being valued. You will outgrow people, places, and versions of yourself, and that is not a failure. That is life. Protecting your peace will offend people who benefited from your exhaustion. And one day, you'll realize that surviving is not the same thing as living. So if I've learned anything in these 64 years, it's this. Stop waiting. Stop shrinking. Stop handing your life to fear, guilt, or people who never intended to protect your heart. You do not get unlimited time here. Live like you know that.
Never kill your dreams out of fear of judgment. People will talk for 2 days and move on, but your life will remain on hold if you let them.
If you could go back, and I was trying to sad. Listen, if you can go back 40 years and tell your 20-year-old self something, what would it be? Oh my god, you're gonna make me cry.
That is deep.
Oh, stop, you're gonna make me cry.
Why?
Cause the side just, I'm tearing up.
I will tell young Josephine, take your time, work, have money, enjoy your life, then take your time to pick a right man for yourself. Ask the Lord to lead you. You don't rush for what your eyes will tell you, because your eyes can deceive you. And your mind do not rush for anything, because you have a long way, long life ahead of you. So much upstairs and downs. Young Josephine, it's not too late, although you move forward.
Amen.
There is no regrets. All is worth it, because everything happening in your life is a stepping stone.
Amen.
Now I have wonderful children.
Amen.
Special girl treats me like, make me feel young again.
Aww.
So right now, my 20s and my 60s, the only difference is the age.
That's it.
Yeah, that's all.
I love that. Aww. Cheers to new beginnings. Cheers to always being able to start over and make the best of your lives. Love you.
Always remember, financial dependency destroys your freedom. Build your own income first so you make decisions out of choice, not obligation. Stop over-investing in people who don't value you. Redirect your energy toward those who genuinely respect your worth. Listening to these stories means nothing unless you apply them today, starting with 4 immediate life changes. Save 10% to 20% of your income to secure financial independence. Ruthlessly say no to people who only use you. Address relationship friction calmly before it turns into resentment, and take real action on your goals instead of overthinking. Real change happens when you stop seeking permission and start taking control of your health, money, and peace of mind. Comment below with the #1 rule you are starting today. Like this video and subscribe for more real-world value.